My dear +2 second year science students, today Brahmabhuta educational channel saying something about electrostatics in your physics. Electrostatics. What do you mean by electrostatic? It's first we discussed. What do you mean by electrostatic? Electrostatic is the branch of physics. Electrostatic is the branch of physics which deals with the study of charge at rest. When charge is at rest, what is the physical property of that rest charge? The charge at rest, the branch of physics that deals with the study of the charge when the charge is at rest. So it is the branch of physics which deals with the study of charge at the rest. The study of the charge at rest is known as the electrostatics. The electrostatic is known as the electrostatic, also known as the static electricity. The electricity known as the electrostatics known as the static electricity or fractional electricity. It is known as fractional electricity or static electricity. What do you mean by fractional electricity? Fractional electricity is produced by rubbing two objects, two bodies with different substance. Two bodies of different substance, when as rubbing in this manner, the fractional electricity is produced. Rubbing both bodies, electric charge also produced due to rubbing. But when we rubbing two bodies, the electricity automatically produced. Charge is the, what do you mean by charge is? Physics. Then the physics say, what do you mean by charge is? Charge is the intrinsic property of the electron, protons and neutrons. The intrinsic property of electrons, protons and neutrons are known as the charge. Then charge is termed as another physical term, that is quantization of the charge. What do you mean by quantization of the charge? It is the integral multiple of electronic charge. The integral multiple of the electronic charge is known as the quantization of charge. Here, quantization of charge is defined as the quantization of charge is the integral multiple of electronic charge. In example, the charge Q is equal to plus or minus Ne, where N is an integer and E is the charge. This method, this formula is said by scientist Faraday. Then charge conservation. Conservation of charge. What do you mean by conservation of charge? In an isolated system, the total net charge of the system always remain constant. In an isolated system, the total charge is always remain constant. That is known as the charge conservation. So charge conservation is isolated in an isolated system. The total net charge of the system always remain constant. Then if charge is conservable, then charge is also transferable. What do you mean by charge transferable? If a charged body is come to contact with another uncharged body, a non-charged body, a charged body when come to contact with a non-charged body, the charge transferred from charged body to non-charged bodies, and the non-charged body is automatically charged. It is known as the transferable of charge. It is known as the charge transferable, but transformations of charge. The charge is always associated by mass. It is sure, my dear students, Brahmahuta educational channel saying so many important questions and short questions also. It is sure arise in your exam that the charge is always associated by mass. The charge is always associated by mass. It is sure asked in your questions. Then additivity of charge. What do you mean by the additivity of the charge? The total charge of a system is the algebraic sum of all individual charges. In a system, so many individual charges are there. So the additivity charge means the total charge of a system. The whole total of the charge of a system is the algebraic sum of all the individual charges in that same system. That is known as additivity charge. Then charge is invariant. What do you mean by the charge is invariant? Another property of the charge, the invariant charge. Charge is invariant means charge is independent of the frame of reference. When the charge is independent to the frame of reference, when the charge is independent to the frame of reference, that charge is known as invariant charge. Invariant charge. These are the some important property and definitions of the electrostatics of +2 second year science physics, second year science. By saying these things, important things now, Coulomb's law. The Coulomb is the greatest world famous electrical scientist. He said a law about the electricity that is known as, according to his name, is Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law. It states that the magnitude of the electric force between two charges is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the charge and inversely proportional to the square of the distance in between the. So what? The Coulomb's law states that the magnitude of the electric force, the magnitude of the electric force between two charges is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the charge and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the, and it acts along the line joining between the charges. This is the definitions, or it is the Coulomb's law. Another class we discussed all about the Coulomb's law. This is the electrostatics and some definitions. So I remain today, and I invite you to read these classes, the topics, and you may get good marks. Thank you.